Hey guys, thanks again for joining me at the Farrow Philosophy page. If you haven't checked those videos out already, we're done with our three-part conversation. Episodes 1 through 3 are on YouTube as well as the Farrow Philosophy page. So if you haven't checked those out yet, go check those out. If you haven't yet liked, followed, or shared anything, go ahead. Feel free to do that. Go ahead. Feel free to comment, get in on the conversation as well. So we're on episode 4. Today we're going to be talking about police. Should we reform the police or get rid of them altogether? So I have my own opinions on the police. I don't necessarily think they're all bad guys, girls, females, whatever. I don't really think they're all bad people. I definitely think there are probably some good ones out there. Me, myself, personally, I don't know. I don't like being around police at all. It makes me nervous. That's probably like the most tense situation I'm ever in. Like throughout life, like the most tense I'll get is around police, and I don't even have to be doing anything wrong. Just I don't know. Just being in their presence sets me on edge. It's very uncomfortable for me to be around police, and I'm not even somebody that really got a record or anything like that. Like what I mean, I'm not in trouble with the law all the time to be worried like that, but they just make me uncomfortable. Just the fact that a complete stranger, you know what I mean? Like, we're just supposed to expect these people to be doing the right thing and doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I don't know these people personally. I don't know them at all. I'm supposed to trust in that because of the uniform they got on and things like that. And I think personally, I think it's too easy for people to get a uniform. Like, pretty much, if you can legally own a gun, you can become a police officer. And just think of how many people that have registered firearms, and think about those people and think, would you want them to be authorized to shoot you? Would you want them to have that authority to just shoot you if they felt it was necessary? You know what I mean? Like, no, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I don't know. They worry me. Like I said, I think there are good ones out there. I don't really run into problems with cops myself, but uh, I don't know. We're talking about reform or dispersing them. I think it could work either way. Honestly, I think it could work both ways. But I think with the whole reform, there's definitely going to be a big process to. There's a lot to reform there. I wouldn't even really say reform it. I would just say like get rid of it in general, start new. Get a new rubric, start that whole shit over again because they don't got it right at all. There's so many things they could be doing differently that would just not land people in situations that they're landed in right now, both with the police on the side of the police and just normal civilians, pedestrians. A lot of situations could be avoided if certain things were done. Certain, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of wildness and a lot of people that's just getting these badges, getting this job that shouldn't have this job at all. Um, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of being around police myself, but I do think the oath that they carry to serve and protect, I like their oath. It's just the fact I can't trust the police officers to uphold that oath, and especially now with everything going on, you know what I mean? If you were blind to it before, there's no way you're blind to it now. I mean, there's endless uh, examples. You know what I mean? Just go on any social media site, type in police, you'll find endless examples of these people that are abusing their authority, or what I mean. We're supposed to rely and trust in them, and they have none of our best interests in mind. So it's like it's really hard to what I mean. I see why people just want to get rid of them all in general. And I think that could work. I think it could work. It might be, especially at first. At first, I think it would be really chaotic, but I think it could even itself out and end up working. Reform, like I said, there's going to need to be a lot of stuff that gets done, a lot of different things. I mean, for example, one, all these killings going on, all these police shootings, things like that. First off, to fire a gun is real quick. So think about how quick it'd take to fire 3 shots. Probably less than 10 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Just fire 3 shots off. It's real quick. I feel like every police gun, standard issue police gun, should come equipped with 3 rubber bullets at the top. The first 3 rounds they fire off should be rubber, not or some sort of non-lethal, something that's just going to kick somebody up like, oh shit, maybe I should stop doing what I'm doing. But they're not going to die from this. If it comes to the point where, they're shooting back, or, what I mean, there's a reason you need to shoot lethal rounds out for some reason, it don't take long to shoot them 3 shots before you get to lethalness. But at least you got 3 shots that you're not going to do something stupid and kill somebody that really doesn't deserve, or, what I mean, nobody really deserves to be killed, but you know what I mean, like, there can be a lot of shit that gets prevented. There's just little steps, little things you could do to just prevent a lot of shit that's going on, and they're not doing it. They're not thinking about it, things like that. So I think there's a lot to be done on that aspect as far as reform. A lot to be done. Now, as far as dispersing, like I said, I think it's gonna be real chaotic. But I think what dispersing the police will do, one, it'll get all those corrupt and bad police out of the situation, so they no longer have that badge of authority over, what I mean, innocent civilians, things like that. But I feel like, as a cop, people who are truly, genuinely good cops and believe this oath of serve and protect, and they believe that in their heart, they feel that in their heart truthfully, they feel like that's who they are, that was their calling to be a great cop. The people who truly feel that in their heart and feel that way, whether they're a cop or not, whether they're getting paid to do it or not, if something is going on in their community, they feel like they could step in and help a situation in a good way, they're going to do it, regardless of if they're getting paid or not. That's in their nature. And that's the type of people who I would trust and who I would be like, yes, I want these people around to serve and protect us, and they will naturally come out because that's their calling. These other cops that are here for a paycheck, first off, from what I hear, cops don't get paid that well. So why you would want to be a cop for the paycheck, I don't know. But if solving, if cutting down crimes and stuff like that is just a paycheck to you, it puts food on your family's table. A cop is not the right. A police officer is not the right job title for you at all. Turning your badge, you shouldn't be doing it. So, and I think that's the problem. There's a lot of police out there that don't have the oath of what they're trying to protect, or their oath in mind when they do their job on a regular and daily basis. So that's where we come into a lot of corruptness, a lot of bullshit going down, a lot of situations getting out of hand that really shouldn't have been gotten out of hand at all. So, you take that out of this situation, you get the corruptness out, and you get those who really truly have it in their heart to step up within their community and do that for their community. And, you know, with without police involved, I think community in general, whether you were police beforehand, or what I mean, whatever, community involved, or community in general, I think will help each other, will grow to look out for each other, because that's who you got. You got your community. You don't have nobody to call, fix your problems, none of that. You're gonna rely on your community, and your community is then gonna step up and play a bigger part, and things like that, where we got community that really steps up and takes care of itself. That's a better start for children, man. Children are gonna feed off of that energy, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be positive. Generations are gonna, generations down the line are gonna be looking at more positivity than we're looking at right now. That's a good thing. So I think it could be, I think it could be done both ways, but I think definitely if they're going to go a reform way, I think they really need to just throw it out, start from scratch, rebuild the rubric. And, that's probably going to take law changes, all that stuff, which takes mad time. So this is probably not anything we're going to see happen anytime soon. So waiting for reform to happen the way people right now are really calling for it to be is gonna take a long ass fucking time. And I'm not a conspiracy. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I feel like also, does anybody question the fact, especially now, everything going on, like cops are really out and just they're not even hiding nothing no more. Like they just really give no fucks. They're just doing whatever. Nobody cares. And I feel like and nothing's getting done about it. So my feelings to that is it's intentional. It's maybe it is something behind it. Are is the government or these higher powerful people, are they trying to get Americans pissed off at cops? So we are having these conversations. Should we get rid of the police? Because once the police are gone, then nobody's stopping these higher power individuals from doing some really, really grimy ass shit and getting away with it. Who's gonna stop them? You know what I mean? But that's another topic. That's another thing. Just a thought that came up, just to maybe look at a bigger picture. Some things could be happening. Who knows? But that's my thoughts on police reform, police disbursement. Like I said, I think it happen both ways. Let me know what you guys think. Should we reform? Should we disperse? What's some good idea if you're for reform?